Hello everyone, I'm Mollie Savage.
Hello, I'm Trina Scott.
And we will be reading Everything is All Right by Vlada Chmel. I'm sorry if any of my pronunciations are not that great. It's by Vlada Chmel and translated into English by Vola Siashkevich and edited by Apeksha Harsh. The characters are Woman 1, a woman of an indefinite age, who I'll be playing.
And I'll be playing Woman 2, a woman of about the same age as Woman 1. Empty room. Long table with 3 chairs. 3 glasses of water, 1 near each of the chairs. Woman 1 and Woman 2 seated side by side at the table. The 3rd chair is empty. Long pause.
Here's what I thought. I thought we could split the apartment. I mean, no one's going to move into the house anyways, so we should split the apartment. I mean, we could split it. Why would a single woman need all those 4 rooms, really? 4 rooms is too much for a single aging person. I just need to think of how to tell her about it. Here. So I come and I say, I think we should sell the apartment, right? I think we should sell this apartment to buy 2 smaller ones so we can finally separate so you can stop bugging me and my future child. Here's what I'll tell her. And she'll go, Sasha, are you out of your fucking mind? What child? I haven't seen you next to a man in all your 26 years. Of course, she wouldn't say out of your fucking mind, but that's what she'd mean. And I'll say, the child that's allegedly 5 weeks and 2 days old and that I'm still thinking of not having. And she'll say nothing, because what can you say to that? A couple of months ago, I was in Rome, in a church. No, I don't believe in God. It's just that it's an architectural monument. There's tons of those in Rome. So I just popped in to have a look at the wall painting, or no, those were mosaics. And I came to look at them because that's what my term paper was about in 3rd year at the university. And that was the spring of my 3rd year when I went to Rome. I mean, the mosaics were not the reason. I wasn't making that much money to go to Rome just for the mosaics for my term paper. Not like I'm making that much now. I've just expressed myself incorrectly. So I was walking around looking at those mosaics. Early morning it was. The church was almost empty and I didn't understand a thing and just walked out. And there was a huge crowd outside on the stairs. A wedding ceremony was about to begin. That's what it was. And I left, of course. Like, why would I stare at strangers? And just, it's a very intimate moment, isn't it? I wouldn't want some strange girl to stare at me at my wedding. I mean, if I believed in God and would go to a wedding ceremony in a church, of course. So I left. And then felt terribly sorry that I didn't see it.
You've been to Rome.
But of course, I didn't go back. Because, I mean, I don't care about God. I just wanted to learn what those Catholic ceremonies looked like. So I clicked on the first website and read some Father Paul's interview where he tells newlywed couples how to prepare for their wedding. And it was all nice in the beginning about the prayers, the Catholic faith. And then he goes like, we explain that our faith strictly forbids the use of any contraception. And I thought, oh, fuck you, and closed the site. It's been 5 years and I still don't know what Catholic weddings are about. And here I am at 23, and I come home late. She's sleeping. I go to the bathroom. I lock the door using the hook, take my clothes off, step into the cold bath, pull the curtain, and turn the water on. The water hits the cold bath and the closed curtain, making a lot of noise. I stand in it and I think, it's so nice that she's asleep. God, so nice that she's asleep. That after this day at work, I can just stay in the bath in silence. No, Sasha, I told you it was going to rain. Was it really so hard to take an umbrella? You know how much hot water costs? No, blah, blah, blah. Just the sound of water. And so I stand thinking about all of it. And I realize I've forgotten to take the watch off and the dials on a metallic bracelet covered in white gold, a birthday present to myself. I mean, it's not a good idea to get it wet. So I take off the watch and pop out from behind the curtain to put it on the washing machine. And I see a knife sticking out of the door. Like literally a knife in the crack between the door and the side post. I'm standing there stunned for a few seconds. Then I pretend to wash up so that it doesn't seem like I've stopped or noticed anything. And I keep staring at the door, the hook on it and the knife. And the knife goes down to the hook and disappears and pops up again, this time under the hook. And then I turn the water off and the knife again.
You have been to Rome.
Disappears. Today, of course, I wouldn't turn the water off. I wonder what she would say in her defense. Something like, but why do you lock up? What if you slip and fall? How am I supposed to get you out of there?
Was it really so hard to take the coat away from the couch?
And throws her stuff onto the coat. The bag of food, her purse, car keys, everything. I say, no, it isn't. The coat isn't bugging me. The dirty stove is. And so I clean it. But the jacket with the torn hanger isn't bothering me.
The loop.
What?
On the jacket, the hanger loop comes off.
So I say, the jacket isn't bugging me. That's why it's still here. So she demonstratively pulls the jacket out from under her stuff so that everything crashes down onto the floor and leaves with it. I don't know what came over her, but all right. Maybe she'll calm down. The next day I go out and I'd lost my keys somewhere around the house a few days earlier. No big deal, but we had to coordinate so that someone is always home and can give the keys to the other. So I leave in the morning. We barely see each other. She just closes the door behind me and I call her in the evening. I plan to get home in an hour. What's your plan?
And why do you think everyone should change their plans for you? Would you tell me? I'm cleaning up Svetlana Igorevna's ward, putting the stuff in order. You've been free all day, so why are you calling me making demands? She'll be home in an hour and you should run. Am I supposed to run? You can wait.
And all of that in a such, calm voice. Never really left home like that. Even in the most atomic teenage years, I'd always spend the nights at home, even drunk and after scandals. But this time I thought, okay, that's it. I just clearly realised that's it and sort of left home for the first time at 20, well, just actually didn't come home for the night. Went to my friend's place and turned off the phone, of course. And so I wake up in the morning, take a shower, cook some eggs. And while eating, I realise I have no idea what to do next. Like I can't just call her and beg for the keys, really. So I went to the hospital. I enter the ward with Svetlana Igorevna. And Svetlana Igorevna is really happy to see me. I can't remember the last time she was so glad. And I tell her straight away, can I take your keys? And she says, yet so happily that yes, of course. The keys are in the drawer. Just take them yourself. I can't reach. So I open the drawer, grab the keys and leave. I walk along those ugly green halls, fidgeting with the keys and feeling somehow uneasy, even anxious, sort of. As if it just can't be like that. There has to be a catch. I turn on the phone, not a single missed call. I reach home, she's not there. 11 p.m, she's not there. Midnight, she's not there. I don't call. 1 a.m, she's back. And the same thing for several days.
You owe Svetlana Igorevna an apology. So what? Had enough of roaming? Must have been tired on Saturday, huh? Must have been busy, I guess.
What's going on?
You were in Rome.
I want to know what's going on.
Think about it.
No, what's going on?
No, you think about it.
I'm trying, but as you can see, I'm failing at that too. So I really want you to tell me what is going on.
So tired, aren't you? Roaming is not like taking out bedpans. Really, what else am I here for if not to keep your promises?
What is going on?
Oh, why were you like that? Everything's all right. Go, have fun, get some air, have some rest. You're somehow nervous today. Be careful. Could end up in hospital like that. All the diseases, they're from stress, you know, and exhaustion. Gotta take care of yourself.
If you're done here, I'm leaving.
Are you for real? I mean, if you're leaving just like you'd gone to see Svetlana Igorevna last Saturday, I'm not stopping you.
I didn't see Svetlana Igorevna on Saturday.
That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't see Svetlana Igorevna on Saturday because you were there.
No. Sorry to ruin that story of yours, but I think there's a little mistake in cause and effect. I went to see Svetlana Igorevna because you didn't.
I'm sorry. But at exactly 5:42, I got a call from Svetlana Igorevna telling me I didn't have to come see her because you were going to.
No, I'm sorry. But look, how interesting. Exactly at 5:44, I got a call from Svetlana Igorevna telling me I had to come and see her because you were not coming for 44 minutes and apparently were not going to at all.
Interesting indeed.
And now I'm going to bed.
And then Svetlana Igorevna died. And I was happy. Of course, I wasn't allowing myself to be too happy, remembering all the good things about her. I even tried to cry, thinking, what if I'm just unable yet to realize what death means? That it's forever. Thinking I'm in post-traumatic shock and the dam is just about to break. I was even walking around the house at times, between rooms, from one to another, for no reason, just thinking about how good it feels without her. I'm saying terrible things now, aren't I? It was then I felt very sorry only for Mom. Maybe for the first time in my life. For real. I looked at her and thought someone died on her. Someone who was what she is to me. And she cried. But now the funeral. God, what funeral? For fuck's sake, I don't give a damn, honestly. I don't care whether it's heaven or hell or eternal purgatory for her. And I've decided I'm not going. I mean, I could of course go, feel sad over her coffin, but I thought I should grow up already. I need to start making my own decisions. So let my first decision be about not going to the funeral. It's like, you know, if you do something really disappointing, then nothing else can scare you. Right. So I've decided that not going to the funeral is an appropriate way to take on the bad daughter's role. So to stop trying to be good at all. To feel unobliged to live up to those expectations. And so I won't be going.
Sasha, we need to buy you a black shawl.
I'm not going.
And find your black dress.
I am not going. No, I'm fine. I'm really fine. It's just that I'm not going tomorrow because that's what I want, because I'm a grown up and I've decided that if I don't want to look at a dead body and pretend to be sad, I'm not going.
I'll find your black dress. I'll get you a shawl in the evening. Remind me. Will you iron it yourself? All right, I'll leave your outfit on the chair. Be ready tomorrow by 8. Slap her.
Why?
She bit me. She has to be punished. Slap her.
No, she's not supposed to be slapped.
Why?
Because no children are supposed to be slapped.
Why? She bites. And also, she replies.
What do you mean she replies?
Well, she says something to me and I answer and she replies to me.
She just replies.
What do you mean just replies? Children aren't supposed to reply. They must listen to what older people tell them and do it and say nothing back. And she replies, slap her.
I got this from a 10-year-old. I used to walk in the park with my friend's niece while she was at university. Her niece, well, a normal 5-year-old, was always asking things, nagging, interrupting. She met that 10-year-old at the park. And then I heard that girl and thought her parents should have been neutered when they came of age. And I also thought there should be a law that allows people to have children only after a psychiatric evaluation and exams. Can you imagine how many of those poor idiots there are out there? Half of humanity at least, maybe more. And I thought this girl should be sent to a psychiatric facility or sterilization straight away, because she'll then have like 5 kids and they'll have more kids. So why not stop it right now with her, you know? It's like high-risk hereditary disorders. And I finally felt for those psychos that don't allow people with such disorders to have children. That's how the disorder gets spread until it finally affects everyone. There'll be no healthy people left at all.
Nice shirt.
Thanks. Just got it yesterday. I loved the color.
What is it? Cotton?
It's linen, 100% Belgian.
You can't even use an iron. Linen, really? It's all wrinkled already.
I'll iron it. God damn it. Will you ever stop?
You'd rather burn it than iron it. Give it to me. Well, not so chic when you have a closer look.
Well, won't be too sorry to burn it then.
What did you say?
I said I won't be too sorry to burn it, since it's not so chic.
Like you've got a lot of money.
Well, maybe I do.
Maybe you've even got a real job now.
Maybe I have.
So why don't I know about it?
How much do you know at all? I've been to Rome.
I know that you leave home at 7:45, and when you come back, you always take your coat off first, then your shoes, then go to the bathroom and lock yourself up. Then you eat, then close the door to your room and get in bed, then stare at your phone for 40 minutes, then turn it off and just lie awake for 15 minutes more. I know that when you leave home at 7:45, you take a packet of cigarettes out of someone else's mailbox, walk 2 blocks and then light up. I know it's always Marlboro Red in apartment 217. I know you skip the first classes every Tuesday and every other Thursday. And I know it's political science and history. I know that after university, you walk 2 metro stations on foot and then take the ring tram. I know that when you enter the block, you have a pepper spray in your right hand and the Marlboro Red in your left hand, and you put it in the 217 mailbox. I know it takes you between 3 minutes, 27 seconds to 4 minutes, 53 seconds to go up the stairs. I know. Where's your hat?
I'm wearing it.
No, I saw you through the window. You're not wearing your hat.
That means I'm not cold.
What do you mean you're not cold? You're a child.
If I take off my hat, that means I'm not cold.
And I think that means you're a bad daughter. She still doesn't know what to do with her life. She didn't want to go to university. I mean, can you imagine? She didn't want to study. So I said, when you start living on your own, do what you want. And while you're living with me, eating my food, spending my money, then be kind. I mean, what? Is my child so stupid she can't even enroll? Good day, Anastasia Dmitrievna. How's Sasha? Sasha's all right. And Sasha's doing nothing? Sasha is soul searching. Sasha what? What was I supposed to say? So I insisted. I've got experience after all. I've got some understanding of life. I won't let her ruin her life just like that. And it's all right, you see. She studies, passes her exams with excellence, claims she's found a good job. She'll be grateful someday. When Sasha was born, I was 26, a geriatric mother, basically. The first child at 26 is not the same as now. Like, feel free to have children at 40, they'll only praise you for being so brave. And I think it was right in our times. Like, do you really want a faulty child? That's what I say to Sasha. Do you want a faulty child?
I don't want children at all.
Actually, it's a good thing that I had Sasha back then. If it wasn't for her, I probably would never have had children at all, but I had to grow up.
Well, W2 talks. W1 moves to the third chair by the third glass. She never goes back to the first chair.
When I realised I was pregnant, I didn't know what to do. And that's what my mother said. Well, you have to grow up someday. So I remember going to a disco. First days of summer, evening, warmth. And I see a girl about my age with a pram, alone. And I think, what an idiot, wasting your best years. And the following year, I was already walking around with Sasha, looking at other girls hurrying to the club.
That summer, the club was closed for renovation.
What?
That summer before Sasha's birth, the club was closed for renovation.
I clearly remember that summer the disco was there. Maybe I'm wrong. Yes, I must be wrong. Well, wherever
It was in the park. That summer, the disco was in the park.
So the park, be it. Thanks. But that's not what the story is about. I just wanted to tell.
Well, if you start telling things, then...
Just wanted to tell how I met a girl with a pram and thought she was an idiot. That's it. And Sasha is such an unruly child. Honestly, she's just crazy. I have to constantly keep an eye on her. She keeps disappearing, doing things, sticking her nose in everywhere. I don't know, like a boy. I mean, 11 years old, big girl already. So I call from the balcony, I yell, no reaction, can't see her anywhere. And it's late, way past 9. It's getting dark. She's only allowed to be in the yard till 8:30. So I go out to look for her. My hands are shaking. I imagine what a bashing I'm going to give her once I find her on her ass with a belt. I'll pull her home by the arms and then give her a good bashing with a belt. So I go out in the yard. She's not there. Okay, I think she wasn't there anyways. I go around the building and there's a kids' sports ground on the side, you know, different exercise machines, a basketball ring and pull-up bars, 3 levels, low, medium and tall. I mean tall for kids, too small for grown-ups, like up to the shoulder. I don't know, a bit higher maybe. And she's there, hanging, upside down, in a dress. Can't see her head under the skirt, but her underwear, you're welcome, swinging her arms onto the ground. I don't know. I sometimes think it's all because of the name. It's just so Male. Maybe that's why. I first wanted to call her Alina. That's a beautiful name. Alina. Alina. Nice. Feminine. And then Mom says, let's call her Sasha. Alexandra. Alexandra sounds aristocratic. Ah, Alexandra. Ah, Alexandra. Sounds so feminine in that song, but doesn't work in life somehow. And now I think that one, the one was before me. What kind of a child was she? Just as crazy as Sasha? Why did they decide they needed me anyway? Why did they have me too? Thought she was just so small. It's hard to make sense of it. But I personally wouldn't have gone for another child. When Mom died, I thought, that's it. I'll die here too. She was in hospital, of course, and the doctors were preparing us so gently. But then, snap, she dies. You just can't be ready for something like this. I was holding on until I saw her there. So hard on us. Sasha must still be shocked. She didn't even go to the funeral. Imagine. What a shock. No one from her family has died before, and she's such a creature of comfort. And there it is. All of her life, she's been around. So I didn't make her go. It's a dead body, you know. Not everyone can handle that. I don't know what to do. I can't do anything. I won't do anything. I have nothing to do. I don't have to take out bedpans, don't have to change diapers. I don't have to cook those diet lunches. I don't have to visit anyone at the hospital. I have to grieve. And I don't want to grieve.
Where's her hat?
She's wearing it.
No, I saw through the window. She's not wearing it.
So she's not cold.
What do you mean she's not cold? She's a child.
If she's taken it off, it means she's not cold.
And I think it means you're a bad mother.
Tomorrow I'll bring all the clothes, and it will be just the furniture then, not too much, the cradle, a table and a lamp. We can put it all in my room and move the closet to the balcony. Is that okay? No, there'll be enough space. We don't have to unfold the couch. I'll do that myself. I tell you, there's not too much. Yes. I don't want to ask him for anything. I don't want to see him at all. It's all right, 2 rounds on the elevator. It will all fit in. Mom? Well, if you want my opinion, I think a child must be born into a complete family. And all the fuss with the documents after birth, why, when you could just get married at once? Our parents gave us money at our wedding. We decided at once that we'd put it aside for the baby stuff, the pram, diapers, you know, it was weird actually. No one on their side knew about the baby, just the parents. And then my mom gives me the money and speaks right to my belly in front of everyone. Well, bad luck with your parents, but grandma's here to help. I remember that clearly. She was just joking, of course. She'd already had a few. Thank God my husband's father picked up on that and went like, why just grandma? We will all help. Who bets on a girl? Who bets on a boy? Save the situation somehow. But now that I'm telling this, it seems to me they all understood anyways. What a shame. We actually didn't want a wedding at all. I did, of course, like all the girls, want the white dress, the cake, all that, like in the movies. But it all works in the movies, and in life, in life, you get what you get. And what I got was me pregnant, no money, a husband, well, a groom back then that I'd known for just 6 months. So you know what kind of a relationship that was. Add all his family to that. And all of that was not what I wanted. But we did have a wedding anyway. We chose a loose dress to hide the belly, though the belly wasn't that big, you know, 3rd month, first pregnancy. So there was always almost no belly yet, but you know, just in case. Honestly, I didn't want to marry him at all. And if you want the whole truth, I didn't want children either.
Hold the broom properly. Turn the broom over.
Why?
You're just scattering the dirt. Turn over the fucking broom. Give it to me.
When you've been using a broom for a long time, you know, it bends like that on the end. Well, like this. That's because you're sweeping in the same direction all the time. And then when you sweep with that bended end in the opposite direction, it catches the dirt better. It works best on carpets, you know, because a lot of stuff gets stuck in the pile deep inside. So first you have to go like that against the bend to get all the dirt out, and then go over it again with the proper side, holding the broom like this properly, so it moves along the bend, you see. Then it's all clean. And if you don't do that, then it just looks nice, but all the dirt stays in.
Pregnancy is a biological state of animals, characteristic of female species of placental and marsupial mammals. This state is caused by conception of new species and represents a process of bearing offspring inside a female's body. The successful period of pregnancy is followed by labour. Pregnancy may occur both as a result of natural impregnation and artificial impregnation, as well as a result of implantation of an impregnated egg by means of extracorporeal insemination. The term of pregnancy may vary for different mammals from several days to several years. For example, the elephant's pregnancy lasts for about 2 years, while that of long-nosed bandicoots or possums for 12 to 13 days. The normal pregnancy term for human species is about 38 weeks, or 40 weeks of the so-called obstetric gestational stage, counted from the beginning of the last menstruation.
I have met a man.
A man.
He's 34.
30.
He's not married, no kids, nothing like that.
Well, it's okay he's older. People live with even greater age differences. It's all right.
All right.
All right.
And what's all right?
Nothing. Everything is all right. I mean, 34, no kids. All right.
No, what do you mean by all right? What is all right exactly?
I mean, he's all right. How you've called him there, a man.
I'm not planning to marry him.
You're not planning to marry him.
I'm not planning to marry him.
Oh.
Well, maybe I will.
How old are you?
25.
Say that again.
I am 25 years old.
So you're totally sane, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you understand. I mean, you right here, you understand. Everything is all right.
I'm 25 and maybe I'm going to marry or maybe I'm not. Everything is
You're
all right.
25 years old.
I am 25 years old. I am totally sane.
You could at least think about the kids.
He has no kids.
Your kids, stupid.
Wait. I'm starting to think you're the one who's insane because you know perfectly well that I have no kids.
Exactly.
Oh.
Do you realize what consequences arise from geriatric pregnancy? Do you want a faulty child? You know what it's like to give birth at 30.
Do you know what it's like not to give birth at 20?
When Sasha died, I thought I'd die too. They were trying to prepare us, of course, but then snap, and she dies. So I already knew back then. I knew that everyone dies on me. So when she died, I thought, that's it. There'll be no one else. I won't let them. I won't let anyone else die on me.
And my father?
That was 2 years after his death.
Oh,
2 years after he died. Your father.
I got it.
Fine.
What was he like?
You don't remember him at all?
It was 2 years after his death.
Oh.
Right.
And who cares what he was like?
Well, there he was worthless anyways.
Handsome. And strong.
Handsome and strong.
Yes. And so caring. Hardworking.
Handsome, strong, and caring.
Right.
Right.
Why do you keep repeating after me?
Me? Well, I wasn't even born then, and he'd been dead for 2 years.
Right.
Right.
When I was in labour for the second time with Nastia, I kept thinking that no one was going to die on me anymore. No one was going to die. No one was going to die. No one. I just knew it. No one was going to die. I just knew it, and that's it. And no one died. Sasha. Sasha, darling. Sasha, are you asleep? All right, sleep. Hush, bye-bye, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Or a little grey wolf will come. His sharp teeth will hurt you some. Hush, bye-bye, sleep tight. Sasha's very tired tonight. She's been playing all day long and now falls asleep to my lullaby song. Sleep, 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 my dear. Sleep, honey, sleep. They say you're not going to wake up. And I think they just don't understand. I think they just don't know what love is. Sasha, dear, they're all in those white robes, gloves, masks, glasses. What do they know about love? How can they feel it? But it will save you, Sasha. Now I'll hold you tight, and my love will save you. That's it.